Welcome back to Assetto Corsa and this, the Thrustmaster T248 racing wheel. The last time we played Assetto Corsa here on the channel, we unboxed this brand new Thrustmaster racing wheel. I shared some of my first impressions of the T248, and today we're jumping back into Assetto Corsa because I wanted to showcase what I think is the best Assetto Corsa drift mod. However, before we do get into that, I did want to let you guys know that today our Thrustmaster T248 giveaway is officially starting, so you can win one of these racing wheels for yourself. There's only 3 really simple steps. All you have to do is be subscribed here on YouTube. Number 2, join the AR12 Discord server. There's a link in the description down below for that. And 3, leave a comment down below with your Discord username and what game you would want to try out first with this new racing wheel. We'll choose a winner shortly and we'll contact you on Discord if you win, so make sure you do all of those steps. Good luck. Thank you so much to Thrustmaster for allowing us to do this giveaway. As always, if you do want to check out the brand new Thrustmaster racing wheel for yourself, there's a link in the description down below for that. Anyways though, back to Assetto Corsa. You might be wondering, what is the best drift mod for this game? Well, it's actually a group of mods built by these awesome guys over this thing called the World Drift Tour. So there's actually 3 different types of cars that these guys have actually made. This is a winter drift setup. It has winter snow studded tires, which are super cool, but it only has 160 horsepower because it's drifting on the snow. However, the exact same car for a street build is this that has 360 horsepower. Or you can go full on crazy person mode and jump into something like this, the brand new Toyota Supra built for competitive drifting that has 800 horsepower. That is gonna be a handful. We will come back to that in a second. I think it's gonna be pretty difficult to drift, so I wanted to start off with these more basic street drift cars. So let's keep things really simple to start off with. Let's head over to Mugello with a bunch of flowy corners. I don't even know if this car has enough horsepower to make it around some of these corners, but I'm gonna cross my fingers. So little Toyota Soarer, let's see if we can do a little bit of street drifting in this thing and pull some monster skids. Now, disclaimer, I don't actually know how to drift in this game. Sure, in games like Forza Horizon 4, I can chuck a 360, reverse entry, all sorts of crazy stuff. In Assetto Corsa, with a wheel, not so much. So I'm gonna use this today as sort of my introduction to sim drifting. You know how we did Be a Better Driver? This is almost Be a Better Drifter. I have a feeling today is gonna be one of those days where I just need to change my mindset, and once I'm able to, then I think I'll have no problem doing this because I understand the fundamentals. I just need to flip that switch, if that makes sense. So let's see, Toyota Soarer, I know you have what it takes. Do I have what it takes to send this thing sideways? I think we're already learning. It's not the biggest drifts in the world, but you have to start somewhere, and I think that's already an improvement. Yes! That was a drift! Let's go! 2 in a row, please. 2 drifts in a row. More handbrake. Needed a lot more handbrake. I think I just need to be more aggressive. That was a drift. Yes, it was. Into this one. It's not a very big drift. Let's go! It might not be very much to most people, but that is awesome. Maybe I need to do something a little bit more close to home. So maybe Mugello isn't the right answer for me. Maybe instead, I should try out some winter drift circuit. These are all of the winter drift cars that I've got in the game. I've got 2 Ladas in here. I've got 2 Nissans. I can go with an S13. That actually might be quite fun, actually. Maybe, yeah, let's go for let's go for a red Nissan S13 on the snow. Oh, what a beautiful little winter wonderland out here in the Nissan S13, and we're coming straight out of the pit box, already sideways. And I think you can see why I chose this. So here's the thing, drifting on the snow will teach you all the fundamentals of drifting. However, because you've got so much less grip, on the snow, you're using less horsepower and essentially kind of driving in like slow motion so you can properly focus on every single turn you take. I think I'm just gonna leave the S13 in second gear and just focus more on my driving line and what I'm doing with the actual racing wheel. Yo, that's so cool. Hello? Oh yeah, put a Canadian on the snow and see what he can do. Suddenly, he's a drifting god. Oh, shit, I lied, I really lied. Okay, I think I may have broken the Nissan S13 a little bit. It's not driving the same as it did before. Nope. Okay, and that concludes that portion of the video. I'm just looking through the replay real quick, and I noticed that there was a little bit of an issue with my vehicle, and I figured out why it was driving a little bit funny. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know when that happened. How do I lose a wheel? I may have done a little bit of off-road exploring. I was just corner cutting, and then my wheel fell off. And then I immediately spun out. Why don't I try my hand with one of these though? One of the proper competitive drift cars. More specifically, why don't I jump in this Toyota Supra, 800 horsepower, wide body? That is so cool. I should come over to this circuit. It's not the longest track I have, but a pretty cool mountain Japanese drift road. You might be saying, Nick, is this really a good idea for you to whip out an 800 horsepower Toyota Supra? No, it's not, but it will be a lot of fun. So let's see if I can actually handle this thing out of the parking garage and into the hill climb. Jeez. Here's my thought process. On a circuit like this or a hill climb like this, I'm almost forced to drive a little bit slower, a little bit more carefully. Because if I don't, I'm just gonna bang into the walls and that's no fun. So I've gotta hang back a little bit and just kind of chill. I'm definitely not doing the biggest skids up the Japanese mountain, but at least I am making it up the Japanese mountain. Holy, what a vehicle. There aren't many cars that are legitimately scary out there. This though, yeah, this is one of them. Holy, this is another league. You know what? I think I almost want a bigger track to drive this car on properly and actually unleash that 800 horsepower, because there's only so much that I can actually do, like, here in the Japanese mountains. You can't unleash 800 horsepower properly. So that was really cool. That's an awesome track, but maybe not the place for this car. So I decided to whip out another circuit with this car, and let's just say things really didn't go that well. So fast forward, it's been another day and I've had some thinking. As cool as those competitive drift cars are, I'm not sure if they're really the best cars to learn with. Let's jump in this Nissan S15, 330 horsepower. That doesn't seem too bad and it's probably better to learn on. And if we are gonna learn drifting, let's go out to the drift track itself. It's a huge open area. I can spin out, I can crash, I can do everything that I'm gonna need to do to learn how to drift properly. I'm not gonna lie, I think this video has taken a little bit of a turn from here's the craziest drift mods to let's let Nick try to learn how to actually drift in this game. What I'm gonna do if I'm gonna learn to drift though is I'm gonna simplify. I'm just gonna keep the car in second gear. Sure, it may not be the best gear for every single corner and stuff, but that's gonna allow me to focus on my steering and my throttle as much as possible. So let's come into the corner, a little bit of a handbrake to get us going, and then don't let it oversteer the car and keep the throttle on throughout the drift. That is gonna be the main thing for me today. I might get a couple of little corner cuts, but if we're getting sideways, we are learning. Every time I take one of these corners and I'm sideways and I'm hitting the apex like that, I'm learning a little bit more every single time. And then I can start to push it once I get it. This is actually looking pretty good though, Nissan S15. We are sending it very nicely around here. I'm learning how to like feather the throttle, hold the throttle consistent through the corners, allowing the steering wheel to come to myself and then catching it at the right moment and then letting it go back. That's so sick when you actually get it. Let's raise the stakes a little bit. Let's head outside of that circle. I want to properly learn how to transition as well. It's all going to be important in the long run, right? So here we go, come into the corner. Not exactly how I wanted to do that. I think this has to be my new goal. Come into this corner here, hang it sideways fairly nicely, nothing crazy. We don't need ridiculous amounts of angle. Then come through here sideways, keep it going through there, then get a nice transition back and then around my little circle. Let's see if I can do that. And a couple of attempts later, this happens. It's not the smokiest of runs, but that's not bad. Oh my God. It's a bit janky, this run. But damn! I'm learning! I'm actually learning! That is so cool. Okay, I'm not even joking. I'm about to run out of fuel in my Nissan S15. Please don't go and buy any. That would be silly if you panic bought fuel. Yeah, that's a nice opening. I will take that though. Yo, look at me go. Look at me go. Okay, Nissan S15 on low fuel mode. No. Kind of keep it on the road. Holy. Whoa. That is so sick when you actually start to get it. Driving these cars around though is just, oh, I've run out of fuel in the middle of a drift. Seriously, those cars are unbelievably cool. So much fun to drive around with. I would seriously recommend it to all of you. Like I said before, thank you so much to Thrustmaster for sponsoring this video. If you do want to check out the Thrustmaster T248 racing wheel for yourself, click the link in my description. Don't forget to enter our giveaway. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.